Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. And last time we talked to this guy a whole bunch and did a whole bunch of grinding. And I will show off one more battle, not for any particular reason, just to kind of show how much I've leveled up since then. I gained 2 levels. I was level 4 before. I'm level 6 now. This should bring me to level 7, this battle here. But the idea with doing this is, and the reason why you can do this in character form as opposed to, as opposed to doing it in your mech, is because you actually get fully healed HP and EP in between battles, which makes it a lot easier. And so your best bet for the most part is to go with your triangle attacks. Now, as long as I don't critical both of them, I won't be able to kill them. Of the 3 attacks, if you critical all 3 at my current level, I'll actually kill this guy in one shot now. So we should have a few points left, and I have enough boost gauge to boost. Yeah, see? Barely. If you don't... once you gain a few levels, your strength goes up at a reasonable pace. Now I'm going to boost here, and then guard, make sure I get my extra skill points, and just end them like that. And we get points times 4, which is nice. I finally let that one all go by without interrupting it and pressing the button. But you can see how many points I've been gaining. 1,600 tech points, 1,300 skill points. Very nice, gained a level there. Now, the reason you want to do this is, like I was saying in the last episode, Shion is a little weak at this point in the game, especially compared to the character she's going to get paired up with in the next sequence. Now, what we actually gain from doing this is the ability to work on our tech attacks, and as I showed you before with Spell Ray, we eliminated the wait time for when we use it. This one here allows it to be set in the high slot. So what we're going to do is I'll hold up for 1 sec. If you want to set anything, this is the high slot up here, and this is the low slot down here. Now, basically what this means is you need to do 2 attacks, and then you can do your special attack, your tech attack. Here, if it's in the high slot, you only need to do 1 attack, and then you can do it. Which means you can do a lot more damage a lot faster if you up your speed. So this will be the first thing, other than weight, that we will want to do pretty much with every tech we're going to make use of. This one increases attack power. That's pretty much all it does. I think these go up to, some of them have different amounts. I think this one in particular goes up to like level 40 or 50. We're going to get nowhere near that. Most tech attacks will get raised maybe 4 or 5 points, 10 tops by the end of the game, unless you plan on doing a whole bunch of grinding, and I will explain why you would want to do a whole crap ton of grinding right at the end of the game. We'll get there when we get there. I'm just going to level this up once because that's pretty much all we need. Again, Lightning Blast really isn't worthwhile using at this stage, so I guess I could do this in case I actually do use it, but wasting any more points in it wouldn't be all that worthwhile. Now, once you do that, you need to make sure you set, and since Spell Ray is a long-range attack, you can't put it in the near slot, you have to set it in the far attack, just like before. So that's nice. Now we have access to that much earlier in the fight. We don't have to stalk or guard anything. Now, because the shop owner over here can actually sell some items, and I didn't really show off all the things that he could sell in the last episode, this guy right here, he does have items, which are the things that I would be, considering buying, but he also has some things like uniform and a protector, and I guess that's about it. But those are the initial equips that Shion already has. Yes, we already know about the vaporizer. We'll come back and get one later, as long as you shut up. However, that leads into equipment, which you access from the characters submenu there. And you can use your tech points that we've all been using for our skills to up our basic stats and make them a little better. As you can see, it doesn't cost all that much right now, but it will cost more later, and HP and EP tend to cost more than the other ones. Now, I'll probably do a little bit of this, but not too much, mainly to balance out stats. Unfortunately, agility you can never up, save for certain equipment skills. And as far as the base equipment goes, as you can see, we have nothing for the moment. But we do have those two, and we have the scope. Now, the scope is what allows us to see the enemy's HP. I don't think I can unequip it, can I? No, yeah, there it is. So once you do that, then we can show off what skills do, the skill points that we've gotten. We select skills, select a character, and select extract. And depending, like, we'll get into more detail once we get some more of these, but for now, we have level 1 skilled scope item, and it costs 60 points. Basically what we do is we extract the skill, and now we can set the skill. And now we no longer need to equip the item to have that effect, which of course we'll want on at least one character in our party for the vast majority of the early part of the game. And since that doesn't give me any additional defense or anything like that, we might as well just set the skill and be done with it. Anyway, with that being said, let's finally go up the elevator and go talk to the captain on the bridge there and see what he wants. And again, the walking is really, really slow, especially when I don't know where I'm going. I think that's the way I need to go, isn't it? No, that's not the way I need to go. I don't want to go to 3. I think I need to go this way. One sec. Alright, I just had a brain fart moment, and I was thinking I was in a different area and that going this way would lead me around in a long circle that I didn't want to do, but no, that's on the other side of this door. This is the door I want to go through. Now, do note that down here, there is another door. This one actually leads back, I think, to D01, where we started off. So that one's locked for now, but I believe it gets unlocked shortly after. Couple more people here to chat with before we go upstairs. And here we get another kind of idea of what people's reactions to Realians are. We don't really know what happened in Miltia. We know something bad seems to have happened, but that's about it at this point. Something about Realians going crazy. So as you can see, some people are kind of for it and some are against it, as with pretty much every issue that ever exists, really. Nothing but combat weapons, huh? Anyway, let's head up to the bridge. Enough dicking around. Open elevator. It's a little different. Now, once you get here, chat with Trankov here, and he'll tell you you're 10 minutes late, whether you did all the crap that I did, or if you walked right here. So, I guess that's a thing. Anyway, let's go chat with the captain. There's a bunch of other people, as you can see on the mini-map there, but most of them don't say anything particularly interesting, so I'll kind of leave them alone for now. I find it kind of odd that we get a non-voice acted scene followed by a voice acted scene.
So, where's the actual field data?
Well, it's not quite ready. All I can provide today is up to A7.
So you don't have it?
Well, we'll begin testing with a mock-up unit very soon. But the system is still a little unstable and...
Aren't you just making excuses? Listen, Chief Uzuki. Why do you think you're on this ship?
Because I'm
special.
special.
Think about that for a moment. This fleet may be newly outfitted, but it was assembled under major time constraints. And we have eggs units, but the 100 series observational units that go with them aren't available until later. What would happen if by some chance we were attacked by those things? I don't think I need to describe the outcome to you. The purpose of KOS-MOS deployment was to address this issue. Or am I mistaken?
Again,
No,
we hear about those things.
Listen, you're not in a laboratory anymore. You're on a warship. This is a battlefield. KOS-MOS was supposed to be our frontline defense here, and now you're telling us it hasn't even woken up yet. There's no point in having a weapon that can't even get out of bed. That thing's only meaningful to us when it's fully operational. Why can't you?
Let it go, Commander. These people are working under serious time constraints. Just like our own squadron.
Sounds
Besides,
about right.
They're only one step away from actual field testing. In the end, we all want to see this operation completed without having to resort to that thing. Don't we?
Of course, Captain. But I believe we... who's calling me?
Is there a problem?
Probably.
No. Something urgent's come up. If you'll excuse me.
You're excused.
I wonder what's wrong.
He has problems.
I don't know.
Well, never mind.
Forgot to take his pill.
That's enough for today, Chief Uzuki. Let me know if any new developments arise.
I'm sorry we failed to meet your expectations.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. What's important to us is how reliable the system is once we start using it.
No doubt.
Rushing the project won't get us anywhere.
That's
So
true.
just calm
Probably
down
more trouble.
And take as much time as you need. The government's funding it all anyway, right?
There you go.
You must be tired. Take the rest of the day off.
Score half day. Today I didn't have any day. I went to the ski mountain and that was it. That and a little bit of relaxation and some video games. And another email, of course. So, for this one, yeah, she's talking. This is in response to one of the secret emails that Miyuki sends us. I don't know how many she sent us already. This one has to do with Sparkle. Basically, I think it's the idea it automatically feeds the battle data back to the guy who's working on this new weapon for KOS-MOS. So, hit the circle button on there, select the download button, and you've downloaded it. And that's pretty much all we need to do at this point. Now, like I said, there's a bunch of people here. I don't care to talk to most of them because they're not all that interesting. Now, there's a lot of elevators and stuff like that in the game, as well as a few other things that we saw in Xenogears. We'll get into that once we actually get there. But anyway, we have a package from HQ, and that's back at the eggs hangar. If you remember, go left, go north, go left again. I'll meet you there. Yeah, there's going to be a decent amount of backtracking done off screen in this game. More so in the second game, but, you know, we'll do what we can. I'll try and make it easy enough to understand where we are before I do any backtracking. Anyway, so yeah, we got ourselves a weapon. And, well, I guess I can mention it now. The MWS is the only weapon Shion gets in the entire game. She does get things that make it slightly different. Other characters get weapons, some do. I think pretty much everyone else gets at least some kind of weapon. But in this case, this one is unique to her, and she's the only one who can use it. She does get something to augment it later, and we'll get into that once we actually get to that point. But with that being said, that's pretty much all we have to do at this stage. We have to make sure we pick that up so we can get this scene. Go rest in your room. Of course we are. Fortunately, this is going to take a wee bit. I'm going to do some more backtracking. Now, there is a couple more emails to get before we go doing anything else. And one of them is over here. We got to head all the way back in that area that I just backtracked off screen, which is why I did it off screen. But I think it's pretty close over here, the thing that I want. Yeah, those buttons close the door. That door's still locked. Now here it is. If we walk up through here, nothing happens. If we walk under here, we get an email. This one's important to an extent. This is the one you need to make sure you have at least 500 G for. Now, basically what this is it's an investment opportunity. You have the option to invest in one of 3 companies, and you'll get appropriate rewards, dividends, whatever. And yeah, so we have Hasagawa, and what else do we have? We have Vector, and there's one more down here somewhere, and Dawson. Now, as far as I know, one of them, the rewards for each of these is almost all junk at this point. The overall reward that you get is that you get 10% off all items. This one here, I can't remember which one they had. See, this one, I think you get 5 ether packs. This one, I think you get 5 revives, which technically is the best option there. For some reason it's missing the colon there, but whatever. And then this one would probably be 5 med kits or whatever. Anyway, this one allows you to get that item that I was talking about for KOS-MOS earlier on in the game, so I stick with this one. Doesn't really matter, none of them are all that good anyway, so the best prize that you get for it is having 10% off all like consumable items later on in the game. Anyway, so that is email number 14. And I'm going to start making use of fast forward because it gets me through this a lot faster. Now, this door should be open now, and this sends us back here, which I don't think we could go through. Yeah, this guy was standing and blocking it off before. Now, Shion's room is there, but we don't want to go there yet. There's one more email to get, of course. And so we want to head all the way back. And he'll tell us that even if we don't type anything. There we go. Now, I hope having fast forward on doesn't bother you too much, because there's a lot of backtracking to do and at certain points in the game, and shut up. And I don't really want to do too much off screen, especially when we don't know the area all that well. But doing it with fast forward isn't too bad. There we go. This should be the vector room. Now, the one email is all the way over here. There we go. And to show how pointless it is, turn off fast forward, it's another advertisement. Yay! They even gave it an email address, bunny@namco.com. Joy. Anyway, so we saw the road that we took, so I'll just meet you back at Shion's room off screen. Does Alan have anything interesting to say? Not particularly. I doubt it. Anyway, I'll meet you back in Shion's room, because that's pretty much all we can do at this point. Okay, and this scene plays out as soon as you go back into Shion's room.
I believe I already warned you about the dangers of the Zohar. You should have been more careful while retrieving it.
And who is this?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid there's no excuse for the fatalities that occurred during the recovery. However, we can...
That's a trivial matter. Forget it.
Who are you talking to?
Is that those people touched the Zohar and then vanished. And, in addition to that, you're still transporting it while exposed to normal space.
And why is that a problem?
Because of that, we've had to move the plan up 2 phases. We can't have the Zohar falling into the government's hands.
2 phases? But why are you...
We've picked up local UMN activity on our EPR radar. The fleet is column jumping towards the position of your convoy. They'll cross your vector in 5 hours, 22 minutes.
Okay.
No, it can't be. Them?
I told you you've made a grave mistake. We dispatched reinforcements an hour ago. So keep it safe at all costs until they arrive.
Will they make it in time?
Just keep it safe until they arrive. I don't care if you have to send it into hyperspace by itself. Fortunately for you, your ship is carrying that weapon. I don't know what Vector's up to, but take advantage of the situation if you can.
Excuse me, sir, but they haven't even started field testing it yet. It's too risky.
You, of all people, should be cognizant of its power. I don't care if it's unstable. Make them hurry.
But sir!
That is all.
Commander, wait!
Commander?
Commander Margulis!
Margulis, huh? This seems like not part of the same group, considering he's doing this in a back room.
Like I told you before, I can't go anywhere until my project stabilizes.
You mean until
Don't
it's
you
finished?
remember?
You know how long you've been saying that? I haven't seen you for 2 years now. You could at least come home for our parents' memorial. Where's your sense of filial duty?
I like the choice in voice
Memorial?
actor.
Oh, come on. Why are you trying to resurrect obscure ancient rituals? Wait a minute.
And
You've been reading those
we don't
weird
get
old
his
books
name.
again, haven't you? I swear you're so obsessed with those precious books of yours.
That is none of your business, thank you very much. How many times must I tell you not to quibble about my way of life?
What do you mean, way of life? All that stuff's just a stupid old hobby for you. Just remember, don't expect me to take you in when you're old, senile, and all alone.
That's terribly rude of you, Shion. Don't worry about me. Just promise me you'll come home this year, okay?
Come
if you
home.
don't...
All right, when I get some time off. Look, gotta run. See ya.
Hey, wait! I'm not going to let you dodge the question again. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, they don't mention it, but that's her brother Jin.
Honestly,
Or Jean, if you
I
want to go
wish
with
he'd consider
traditional
my feelings for
pronunciation.
a
But
change.
yeah, we don't learn much about him in this game. We do see a little more of him in the next game, though. I have a bad feeling about this. Uh-oh. This is anything like Xenogears, that can't be a good thing, can it? Anyway, maybe I'll take a cat nap. But I would like to save first. And that's pretty much all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Xenosaga. So next time we will take a cat nap at the start of the episode because we have priorities. And then see what happens. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.